asked about a valley in my life, I immediately thought of when my parents got divorced when I was in second grade and how I kind of lived in the state of confusion and I didn't have anywhere to turn with all of it. Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm a junior at Plano East Senior High School and I've been going to the Heights for about 4 years now. Throughout when my parents got divorced to when I started coming here, I got told a lot by my mom and my grandma to give my worries to God and to pray and to do all of these things and everything would be fine. And all of my confusion and my worries and my pain would go away. I would do what I thought I was supposed to do, which was talk to God, and it would completely solve all of my problems. And it never did. What I expected was for everything to just flip a switch and be fixed. Not that my parents were gonna get back together, but that I wouldn't have this anxiety and this pain and this hurt, but I didn't know what to look for. I just thought that an answered prayer meant that what you had just asked for was gonna be granted, like a wish. Summer of 2023, I went to church camp with the Heights, and I remember the second night of worship, the pastor talked about what it meant when you gave your worries and your fears to God. And I thought, this is what I've been told my whole life, and it doesn't really work. But then he kind of went in about how it's not a magic genie bottle. It's someone to talk to, and it's someone that's always gonna listen, and it's someone that's gonna do the best thing for you, no matter what, even if you don't think it's the best thing for you. And I remember feeling this feeling of relief. I felt like all of these things that I had been holding on to about my parents and the separation and all of the anxieties about my life were just it's gonna be okay. This is what I was missing out on. This is what I was not understanding. And that night, I was saved. And then also that night, I went to Madison Bridges and I was like, I want to get baptized. And then I did. I started regularly coming to the Heights on Wednesdays and Sundays, and my stepmom started saying, I want to go with y'all, and, I'll take you guys in the mornings and, we'll all go. And it was the three of us for a little bit, and my little sister started getting curious about it. And she had been talking more and more about Jesus and asking me more questions about him. VBS 2024, she came to me and told me that she wanted to get baptized and all this stuff, and she said, well, I want you to do it. And I was crying, and she was, what's wrong? And I was like, nothing. I'm just sitting here realizing that if my parents would have never gotten divorced, I would have never had a little sister. And I don't know if she would have ever found Jesus. This is why. It all makes sense. 8 years ago, my parents got divorced, and it was terrible, and it sucked, and it hurt. But out of that, I got an amazing little sister who found Jesus because I found Jesus. And it was a moment of clarity that pain is not wasted, that the entire time I went just not understanding and being confused. I wasn't supposed to understand until that moment that I was like, I get it. I get it. God is someone that is always gonna be there. That whether you're in the valley or on top of the mountain, he's gonna be right next to you, and he's gonna be listening, and he has a plan, And even if it's hard, He's gonna walk us right through it, no matter what we're going through.